What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Eastside Flop. I'm Eric G, and today we are going to be talking about the 5-4 terrible loss versus the Brewers and why I think that our mindset from the interim manager Manzolino and some of the players is just a losing mentality, and why I think that that is contributing to why we are 15-31. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is ridiculous. That loss was absolutely ridiculous. You shouldn't have lost. You get a home run and a lead to start, and then what do? Throw that lead right out the window next inning. They tie it up, and what do? Go and capitalize, and it's 4-1. You come back, hey, and shout out to them. They had fight, and we'll talk about that later. They tie it up, and then immediately what happens? You give up the lead and lose the game. You had every reason to win that game, and you just threw it out the window. I think is due to mindset. So let's look at these two examples that I have. We're gonna look at these post game interviews. One with Dean Kramer, and we'll start with that one, and then the other with Tony Manzolino, the interim manager. So let's look at what Dean Kramer had to say about his start.
Big sinker cutter night for you, not as much splitter and curveball. What went into that usage?
What we saw and what we felt. We do our homework just as much as everyone else and kind of tailor our plan to what we think will work. And tonight, that's what the plan we went into with.
Did you feel, obviously 9 hits against you, but did you feel like you limited damage well enough, pitched deep enough into the game to give your team a shot?
Yeah, I mean, I try to do my job every time I go out there, whether it goes well or not. Limited damage, like you said, and the balls are just finding grass right now for everybody, not just myself, not just for everybody, and it's tough, but we have to keep on moving on. Eventually, something will change. We're all looking forward to that time, but right now things are just finding grass.
What do you mean things are finding grass? Because I watched that game and you was leaving the ball in the middle of the plate. What he should have said was, I went out there and left the ball more in the plate than I wanted to. They might have felt they had the right game plan, but the Brewers adjusted. So what they saw and felt was not necessarily correct, because the Brewers made an adjustment. He needed to say, look, my team got me a lead and I wasn't able to hold that lead. I was, giving up too much of the plate for these hitters to take advantage of. They adjusted to our game plan, and we need to better that. We need to combat what is happening, what we're seeing better, and I need to execute better. I let my hitters down. I gave up 4 runs after they had got me a lead, and I wasn't able to do what I know I'm capable of. That's the mindset you need to have. Not this whole, balls are just finding the grass. Every pitcher that I've seen has left the ball in the middle of the plate, and hitters are hitting the ball. What do you expect? Like, take accountability. I didn't do enough tonight. My team gave me a lead, and I immediately gave it up in 2 innings. Take accountability. Have the mindset of, I didn't do enough, but I know next time I go out there, I'm gonna back my team up. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna fix it. I know what I need to do. My pitches were just too much of the plate. I need to pinpoint more and get that execution down. Like, I'm a musician, and when I practice, it's all about execution, right? It's all about doing something over and over again and getting it the way I want it to sound, right? And with that comes listening, hearing, I didn't do that right with the band. Those hits weren't together, or, that solo I had in the orchestra, it didn't match the timbre that everybody else was given, and that, and I need to make an adjustment. Like, that needs to be the mindset for these pitchers. And for the hitters as well. My pitcher just had a crazy good shutout inning. Let's go get some runs. He struggled for a little bit, but now he's locked it in. Let's go get some runs. And instead, we're giving up. We're just giving up. It's like nobody has each other's backs. There's no accountability to be like, I need to do my job so I can set my other guys up for success. I need to do my job as a band member to set my other band members up for success, to set the band up as a whole for success. Just no accountability. Why? Maybe because it comes from the manager. Let's look at this clip. Tony Manzolino talking about the 5-4 loss.
Before the game, you guys talked about the fight that this team had. What did you see from them late today?
Yeah, they competed. I mean, that's a really good bullpen right there. And we had traffic on the bases against the back end of their bullpen. I think, I think we hit the ball really hard tonight. It's kind of comical at this point, the amount of hard contact and the lack of reward for that hard contact. But they fought all year. This is not unique.
The lack of reward for hard contact. You're hitting the hell out of the ball, right? It's right to people. You need to learn to hit into the holes they're giving you. The amount of times I see shifts and guys not being able to go the other way. Take accountability. We're hitting the ball at people. We need to make adjustments as big leaguers to get what they're giving us, right? They giving you the right field line, go hit it down the right field line. They're giving you the middle of the field, hit it up the middle. Learn to adjust to what the defense is giving you. They're playing you deep. Learn to shorten your swing and just get the ball over the infielder's head. Make those adjustments, because hitting the ball hard is not the only way to win a game. This analytics bullshit is ridiculous. I can't stand it. I don't give a fuck about what the analytics say, because I've seen it all year. Sometimes the biggest hits are guys making a small adjustment and hitting the ball where the defense isn't. And it might be a 50-mile-an-hour hit, but it gets the job done. It really does. Sometimes it's about putting pressure on defenses to change. And the Orioles haven't done that all season. We can't even put a bunt down correctly. 9th inning and we can't put a bunt down correctly. He pops out. Not only did he not get the bunt down, he pops out. Dylan Carlson. I mean, come on, man. Take accountability that we need to adjust to what the defense is giving us. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Unique to the situation that we're in at this moment. I mean, they've been doing the same thing all year.
Up and down night for.
And I will give them that. I cut him off in the middle of it. He was talking about they have fought back, even when it was 7-0, and then in the Nationals game on Saturday that I was at, they did fight. Made it kind of close. It was like, I think it was 7-3. Yeah, 7-3, something like that. And then the bullpen gave up another 3 runs, ended the game 10-6. Like, they fight, but it's too late at that point. Either the pitching hasn't done its job or the hitting doesn't do its job till way too late. Like, they need to get on the same page. Like I was saying earlier, accountability. Hitters need to say, hey, we need to get earlier leads so that our pitchers can have some breathing room. And then the pitchers need to be like, hey, my team is hitting right now. I need to hold this lead. And that's just not happening.
And as far as command goes, did you kind of see him fighting through it a little bit out there?
Yeah, got us into the 6th, right? I think is where he got. Had the 1 inning walk, kind of led off the inning. They did a good job. They put the ball in play. Balls found holes. Different than kind of the balls that we hit hard. But balls found holes.
Oh, so they're like late. They put it in play to where we're not playing. But us hitting the ball hard right at them, that should give us hits, huh? Right? These are major leaguers. They can make those plays. It's not Little League. You're not hitting the ball 110 miles an hour at 11-year-old. An 8-year-old's not going to make that play, but a major leaguer will make that play. Whereas a blue pit works in every single league. And he didn't make it into the 6th. He made it into the 5th. 5.1 innings. 5 1/3. just ridiculous. Like, and I get it, we all have memory slip ups, but just the point being, like, he's just so focused on always lucky, bro. It's not lucky. Teams have done this to us constantly. You can't keep using the same excuses. Hyde was using these excuses, and Manzolino just seems like he's taking a page out of his playbook. Just ridiculous.
So they put a couple points. The fellas battled, got back in the thing for Dean. We had it lined up, the bullpen how we wanted, it just didn't go our way.
Hindsight, obviously, but once Terang takes second, is there any consideration with how hot Contreras was tonight to
Yeah,
potentially walk him?
yeah, we actually talked about it. We thought about it. I think in this scenario, we thought we had a shot to throw up a point in the bottom half. You know, I think there's probably another scenario where you feel like you might not be able to do that right there, just kind of where we were at. We didn't want to put him on right there in that situation and risk the possibility of going down 2. We also have a ton of faith in Yenny. I mean, Yenny's one of our guys. I mean, we really like Yenny really in any situation. So we bet on our guy, didn't work out. We'll do it again next time.
At least a little bit of accountability. We'll do it again next time. We'll walk him next time. Why are you having faith in Cano? Motherfucker got a 13 ERA in the month of May. That is ridiculous. You need to say as a manager, hey, you know, I mismanaged that situation. I'm learning. I'm new. Maybe I should have put a different pitcher in, considering Cano's been struggling. You know, I didn't do the right thing in that situation. And then saying we were confident to give up a point in the top of in the bottom of the 8th and then get that point back in the 9th. You just playing for the tie. You ain't playing for the win. You should be saying, let's not give up a run here so that when we get that run in the 9th, we bring in Bautista and shut this game out. What the fuck are we doing? Losers mentality. Oh, we'll give up a run here and then we'll go get it back in the 9th. What? What? Mind blowing. Like, you need to say we mismanaged this situation. We'll learn next time, and we should have, you know, we were focused on getting the win. We thought that we could stop them. We thought Cano was gonna strike him out, shut him down, and you know, and we were gonna go win it. Not, oh, we felt comfortable giving up a run because we was gonna get one back. What do you mean? Losing mentality. Losing mentality. And that really just sums it up right there. There was another thing that Ben McDonald was talking about on the broadcast after the game. He's talking about, you know, with O'Hearn and waiting the baggage claim, and basically was saying that, like, they're focused on just competing and having fun. And like, yeah, that's fair to a certain extent, but y'all need to focus on winning. This whole, like, attitude isn't working. Y'all need to focus on winning games, taking accountability, helping people, helping out your teammates. And I thought it was ridiculous, and it was just another mental thing. And I just, it's hard to watch, man. It's hard to watch. I'm gonna keep going to the games. Fans should still show up. Boo when you need to. Like, let them know, let them hear it, because they getting paid millions of dollars and they're not showing up and they're not performing. And they need to make adjustments. They really do. So, you know, as a fan, I'm like, let's sell out the damn stadium when they suck and let them have it, man. Like, when they win, cheer like crazy, go crazy. It's a playoff environment, and when they lose, let them know. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts and opinions on the whole situation. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you want to know my live takes, follow me on Instagram at Eastside Flock. I had reactions to the O'Hearn thing as soon as it went live, as well as reactions to all the good stuff. Mullins' crazy home run. So yeah, if you are not following, hit that follow button on Instagram. Subscribe here on YouTube. Comment, and if you want more Baltimore sports, hit the bell so you know when I post. As soon as these videos come out, you can watch them. And yeah, hope to see you on the next one. Peace.